Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let me ask you something. When was the last time a woman looked at you and really felt something? Not attraction, not curiosity, but that deep, quiet pull that makes her think about you when she's alone. Most men think it's about looks, money, or status. But it's not. It's about psychological impact. And the truth is, most of you have no idea how powerful your words can be. How a single, well-placed compliment can make a woman emotionally bond with you on a level she doesn't even understand. Today, I'm going to reveal the 8 compliments that make women fall deeply for a man, but not in the cliché way you see on social media. These are real psychological triggers backed by emotional science. Before we go deeper, if you're the kind of man who's tired of shallow connections and wants to actually understand the feminine mind, hit that like button and subscribe right now. Because what I'm about to share isn't just about attraction. It's about emotional mastery. Now here's the first uncomfortable truth. Most compliments men give women are empty. They sound flattering, but they do nothing emotionally. When you tell her she's beautiful, you blend in with every other man who said the same thing that day. It doesn't make her heart skip. It doesn't make her feel seen. But when you say something that reflects how she feels rather than how she looks, you shift from being another admirer to someone who understands her world. For example, telling a woman, "I like how your energy changes a room," hits differently than "you look pretty today," because the first one connects to her essence, not her image. Women crave emotional recognition more than physical praise. Compliments that mirror her personality, her effort, her growth. They awaken something primal in her. It's not manipulation, it's emotional intelligence. The men who know this never chase, they attract. They don't talk louder, they connect deeper. Every word they say becomes a thread that quietly pulls her closer. And in a world full of noise, that kind of calm confidence feels irresistible. So listen closely, because after today, you'll never compliment a woman the same way again. These aren't tricks. They're truths women wish more men understood. And once you use them authentically, she won't just like you, she'll feel you. Here's the first compliment that makes a woman melt, not because it flatters her ego, but because it touches her soul. When you tell a woman, "I love how your mind works," you're telling her she's more than a face. You're recognizing her intelligence, her creativity, her perspective. Women live in a world where they're constantly seen for what they look like, not for how they think. So when a man genuinely admires her thought process, she feels safe to open up. She begins to associate you with emotional safety, and that's where attraction deepens. You stop being one of the guys and become the man she respects. It's not about flattery, it's about validation at a level she rarely experiences. The second compliment? You make things feel lighter when you're around. That sentence alone can change the way she sees you, because it's not about her body or achievements, it's about her energy. It says, "You have an impact on the world, and I feel it." When you say this with calm authenticity, she'll start paying attention to how she makes you feel, which is the foundation of emotional connection. You're showing her that her presence has power. And that power is what every woman secretly hopes a man will notice. The third compliment is subtle, but it's devastatingly effective. I noticed how much effort you put into that. Whether it's her work, her look, or something she said, acknowledging effort tells her you see what others ignore. Women crave to be understood, not just appreciated. When you catch the small things, she feels seen. And once she feels seen, she starts to invest emotionally. Because to her, effort without acknowledgement feels invisible. You become the man who makes her visible again. And finally, I like how honest you are. This one disarms her completely. Why? Because honesty is risky, especially for women who've been judged for being real. When you affirm that her honesty is attractive, you give her permission to drop the mask. That's where connection happens. When she feels she can be real with you without fear of judgment, she'll stop performing and start trusting. And when trust begins, attraction isn't far behind, it's inevitable. These 4 alone already separate you from 95% of men, but the next ones go deeper, into emotional chemistry and subconscious bonding that women can't even explain. The 5th compliment is one that quietly bypasses her logical mind and goes straight to her emotional core. There's something about your presence that calms me. You see, most men try to impress women by being louder, funnier, or more dominant, but calm is a superpower. When you tell her she brings you peace, it strikes her differently, because deep down, women crave to be peace for a man, not his chaos. You're saying, "You regulate me," and that tells her she matters beyond attraction. It makes her feel emotionally safe, and emotional safety, for a woman, is where love begins. When you express that her mere presence grounds you, she starts to feel connected on a spiritual level. You're not admiring her looks or her charm. You're recognizing her emotional frequency. That's rare, and it stays with her long after you've stopped talking. Now, the sixth compliment might surprise you. You inspire me. It's simple, but powerful. Most men underestimate how much women want to feel like they add value to a man's life. When you tell her she inspires you, not because of what she gives you, but because of who she is, you trigger something called emotional reciprocity. She'll start seeing you as someone worth inspiring. It's a feedback loop of admiration. You admire her authenticity. She admires your depth. That's how genuine attraction builds. It's mutual elevation, not performance. The seventh compliment? You make ordinary moments feel special. This one touches her deeply because it reframes you as someone who experiences joy through her. It tells her she doesn't need to impress you. You already find meaning in her company. Women fall hardest for men who make them feel enough. When you say this sincerely, she starts associating her presence with joy in your world. It's not flattery, it's emotional alchemy. You turn simplicity into connection. And the eighth compliment, the one that makes her heart slow down and her defenses drop, is this. I feel lucky to have met you. It's not grand, it's not poetic, but it's pure truth. When you say it with grounded confidence, not neediness, it feels like acknowledgement, not attachment. She realizes you're capable of gratitude, not just desire. And gratitude is the quiet foundation of love. Most men rush to possess women. Few pause to appreciate them. The man who does that? He's unforgettable. But there's one final truth that ties all of this together, the reason why these words work, and why most men will never master them. The truth is, compliments only work when they're felt, not performed. Every word you say carries emotional weight. Women are emotional detectors. They can feel the difference between authenticity and strategy. If you say, "You inspire me," but your energy says, "I'm trying to make you like me," she'll sense it instantly. Attraction isn't built through tactics, it's built through presence. When you truly mean what you say, your tone slows down, your eyes soften, and your body language aligns. That's when words stop being lines and start becoming experiences. See, women fall for emotional congruence. They're drawn to men whose emotions and words are aligned. If you're confident but kind, grounded but expressive, she feels emotionally safe. And safety for a woman is the most intoxicating form of attraction. So before you ever speak a compliment, ask yourself, do I feel this, or am I saying it to get something? If it's the latter, stop. The goal isn't to manipulate emotions, it's to understand them. Men who master emotional expression don't compliment often, but when they do, it lands. Because they've already built respect through consistency. Their actions back up their words. When you tell a woman she makes things feel lighter, she believes it because she's experienced your calmness. When you say she inspires you, it's because she's seen how you actually grow around her. Authentic compliments are reflections, not performances. And that's where most men get lost. They think words are tools for seduction, but real compliments aren't tools. They're mirrors. They show her what you genuinely see. The irony? When you stop chasing reactions, you start creating connection. The woman who might have ignored you before suddenly feels something she can't explain. Comfort, trust, resonance. That's the emotional chemistry that no looks or money can manufacture. So yes, these 8 compliments are powerful, but only when spoken from a place of grounded truth. Because women don't fall for the words themselves, they fall for the emotion behind them. And when you learn to speak from that emotional core, you'll notice something incredible. You stop trying to impress women and they start being impressed by you. But here's the deeper layer most men never realize: why women crave these kinds of compliments in the first place. It's not vanity, it's something far more primal. Women crave these kinds of compliments because they heal something inside them. Whether she admits it or not, every woman carries silent insecurities, the fear of not being enough, the pain of being misunderstood, the exhaustion of pretending to be okay. Most men notice beauty, but few notice being. And that's where the emotional gap begins. When you give a woman a compliment that touches her soul, you're not just flattering her, you're soothing an ache she's carried for years. You're saying, "I see you beyond the surface," and that's what makes her fall, not for the compliment, but for the rare feeling of recognition. Think about it. How many times in her life has a man truly seen her effort, her resilience, her honesty, without an agenda? Hardly any. That's why your words matter more than you realize. You become a mirror reflecting her hidden strength back to her. And that reflection becomes addictive, not because it feeds her ego, but because it restores her self-worth. When she feels valued for her depth, not her display, you awaken a different side of her, the vulnerable, feminine energy that only emerges when she feels emotionally safe. But here's the twist. Women don't fall for men who just say the right things. They fall for men who feel the right things. Your tone, your timing, your calmness, all of it communicates more than words ever could. The reason emotional compliments work is because they vibrate truth. They aren't overdone. They aren't desperate. They're grounded. They carry stillness. And stillness is powerful because it communicates confidence without performance. When you start complimenting from that place, from quiet observation instead of noisy flattery, you start to notice something change in her eyes. Her guard drops, her smile softens, her energy aligns with yours. That's not manipulation, it's harmony. You've made her feel emotionally safe in your presence. That's where real connection begins. The modern dating world teaches men to chase attention, to play games, to impress. But emotional connection doesn't come from trying harder. It comes from feeling deeper. Compliments are just the doorway. What's inside that door is a new kind of masculinity, one built not on performance, but on presence. And if you master that, you'll understand the final secret. It's not about making her fall for you. It's about becoming the kind of man she can fall with. The final secret every man needs to understand is this: real attraction isn't built in moments of passion. It's built in moments of peace. The reason these 8 compliments work isn't because they sound poetic. It's because they stabilize a woman's emotions. They make her feel emotionally held, not just desired. And that's what most men get wrong. They chase intensity when what truly pulls a woman closer is consistency. It's how you make her feel when nothing special is happening. It's the way you listen, the way your energy feels steady when hers is stormy. That calm, grounded presence is what she remembers long after your words fade. Women fall for men who create emotional safety without smothering them, who can lead without controlling and see without judging. So when you say, "I feel lucky to have met you," it's not just a compliment, it's an emotional anchor. You're telling her you matter without trying to possess her. You're offering connection, not ownership. And in a world full of loud men trying to prove their worth, that quiet assurance stands out more than anything else. But here's where your growth begins. These compliments are only powerful when you actually embody the kind of man who means them. If you compliment her mind, feed your own mind. If you praise her energy, master your own. If you tell her she inspires you, let it actually drive you to improve. Because the man who only speaks these truths gets attention, but the man who lives them gets devotion. Women don't just want to be admired, they want to admire the man standing in front of them. So the next time you're with her, don't focus on finding the perfect line. Focus on being present enough to notice what makes her human. Speak from a place of quiet confidence, not performance. Look her in the eyes when you talk. Breathe slowly. Mean what you say. Because the truth is, when a man learns to connect through emotion instead of ego, he stops chasing women and starts attracting souls. If this spoke to you, don't just scroll away. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with another man who needs to hear it. Remember, mastery and love isn't about control. It's about understanding. And the moment you start speaking from truth instead of tactics, that's when women stop hearing your compliments and start feeling you.